Hello, Azle Hornet fans and community. The Azle ISD Board of Trustees called a bond election for November 5th, 2019. Before we go into details about the bond proposal, we would like to share some information with you about Azle ISD. Azle ISD recently received two different ratings from the state of Texas. The Finance Department received a 100 in the Financial Integrity Rating System of Texas. The district received an 88 on the recent State Accountability System from TEA. We also want to share some information with you about Azle High School. The 2019 graduating class earned over 500 industry-based certifications and also completed over 1,800 advanced academic hours. Azle High School is very proud of the fact that we're the only high school in the nation to offer industrial refrigeration certification. One of our newest programs is FAA 107, which allows students to gain certification in drone piloting. Several of our programs continue to receive honors at the state and national level, including band, cheer, dance, and wrestling. A big part of the success of Azle ISD is the community partnerships that we have with our businesses and community organizations. The strategic plan guides all of our decision-making processes in Azle ISD. The key to our plan is Kids First. We look at every decision we make and ask ourselves, is it what is best for kids? The goals of our strategic plan are a driving force on all of our campuses. Now, we want to talk about how this whole process got started. We have a long-range planning committee made up of 40 community members that started meeting in January to discuss the growth and needs of the district. The committee had their first meeting in January and met 6 times over the next several months, including taking a tour of some of the district facilities. Once the committee agreed on a proposal, it was presented to the Board of Trustees in June. The committee took into account several items and looked at projects recently completed by the district. Now let's talk about the projects included in this proposal. An addition and renovation to Azle High School to include the kitchen and cafeteria area. The Fine Arts Department that includes band and drama. The expansion of the Ag Science Barn. And the addition of some science labs to provide a total of 13 science labs that meet TEA standards. Here you see the proposed location of the new and renovated areas. A new multi-purpose stadium including reserved and general seating for 8,000, a new 8-lane track, a new turf field, new restrooms and concessions to accommodate the increased capacity, and a new press box. A new field house to provide locker rooms for football, soccer, and track. The field house would also include a new weight room, athletic training room, meeting rooms, and offices. Renovation of the existing field house to provide locker rooms for softball, baseball, tennis, and wrestling, as well as a mat room for wrestling. 4 new tennis courts and renovation of the existing 6 tennis courts. Additions and renovations to Liberty Elementary School. This would include a new kitchen and cafeteria, a new library, a new gym, a new classroom wing, and the renovation of some existing classrooms. Now let's talk about the tax impact of the bond election. First, we want to talk about what a bond election is. A bond election allows school districts to sell bonds and use the proceeds from the bond sales to build facilities for the district. This is much like an individual borrowing money to build a house. The total cost of this bond package is $79,820,000. This number is based on estimated cost after meeting with architects and contractors, knowing that construction on some of these projects may not begin for 12 months or more due to the required steps after a bond is passed. Now let's talk about our current tax rate. House Bill 3 provided some tax relief for taxpayers and allowed us to lower the tax rate from the 2018-2019 school year. Here you see the new adopted tax rate is over 8 cents lower than last year's rate. This bond proposal would increase the current tax rate by 14.9 cents. This is based on looking at our property value growth over the last 3 to 5 years and projecting our growth over the next 5 years. Here you see how the Azle ISD tax rate compares to other schools in our area. This takes into account the increase for the proposed bond. Now we break it down to what the overall impact is for an individual homeowner. The latest reports show that an average home in Azle ISD is appraised at $195,000. The annual impact of this bond proposal would be an increase of $290.55, or a monthly increase of $24.21 for that average home of $195,000. If you are over 65 and have filed the appropriate homestead exemption, your school taxes are frozen, and this bond election will have no impact on your school tax. This applies to Tarrant, Parker, and Wise County. Election Day is November 5th. Early voting starts October 21st and runs through November 1st. And the last day to register to vote for this election is October 7th. All of this information and more is available on our website at www.azleisd.net. We hope this information was helpful, and if you have any questions, feel free to contact the Superintendent's office. Thank you, and go Hornets.